Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the sign of Scorpio. What is in store for the sign Scorpio for the year of 2026? Now, I'm going to make reference to the ascendant and the moon primarily, but you also can be listening to your sun sign. But remember, I'm a Vedic sidereal astrologer, so you have to have your Vedic sidereal placements, and they are different from your tropical Western placements. So you must look that up. If you don't know them, then I'm going to suggest that you go to my website, galacticcenter.org, because I have a free chart calculator there. And there you can put in your information and find out your sidereal ascendant moon and your sun sign. Now, remember, if you want further details, you want it really specific, you want to know what this year is really going to unfold for you, you need my galactic planner, because it takes your birth chart with all of your planets and degrees and figures it out exactly. Everything I'm doing here is applied to your birth chart. So go to galacticcenter.com, and or if you're still at my website, you can find the planner link and click on that. But remember, while you're at my website, sign up for my free newsletter as well as my Patreon page. If you want to be part of a spiritual community I meet with live every week, join. You'll love it. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology, go to my university website, universityofvedicastrology.com. Now you may wonder, how is it I can be all three? This doesn't make any sense to me, but it really does. We are multidimensional beings, and what I'm talking about is when you look at your moon sign, you're looking at your mind and your emotions, which are so important. How you feel is everything. And the ascendant is your physical being. And the sun is your spiritual being. So that is how this all works. So you will find that all of these have enormous reference to your life in a certain way. So moving on, let's get going and start talking about Scorpio as looking at the month of January. And January, we've got this Sun, Venus, Mars stellium all lining up in your second house, which is they're going to be in Sagittarius. And in Sagittarius, this would prompt you to make more money. This gets you inspired to make more money, because you know what? Jupiter is aspecting these planets from your 8th house in Gemini. And this is pretty astounding for money all around. Money can come to you through other people. There could be something like a settlement. There could be something like an investor's investments and or inheritance that comes to you in January. This is a big pop, a big explosive event. This is amazing. And another thing is, there's stuff going on about your family. And if we are talking about inheritances, of course that affects the family in a certain way, in a big way actually. So be careful what you say too, especially around the family. You know, this is the voice, and you could blurt out things you wish you didn't say. But most of all, there's events going on with the family, and they're dealing with money. And I am telling you, there could be some kind of money you have to put out, but you're coming into money through inheritance or other people in some way. Now let's move to February, because February, this stellium of Sun, Mars, Venus moves to your 3rd house. And the third house deals specifically with learning, education. You might be taking some classes or either online things or reading more, but you're really developing a quest for knowledge and information. Another thing is your communications are opening up big time. You might find that you're going on a trip or either you're on the road more in the month of February. So this is a lot of new things opening. And if you have a brother or sister, you could find that you have more connections with them in this month of February. Now the solar eclipse is happening in February, and it is happening in your 4th house. So wherever eclipses are, where the biggest changes occur, that's in your home, your house, your household, your family. Your sense of security too is what it's all about. But let me just say this, with it being in your 4th house, you could move. There could be a big change or a move. If your mother's still around, then she's going through some big changes during the time of this solar eclipse. Now let's go to March, because March is where things become a little bit more critical. They become a little bit more difficult because Mars is going to conjunct Rahu. It's going to be in your 4th house. So be aware there can be some problems with your house. Maybe your home, your apartment. There can be some things break, go down, explode, problems. Maybe you're renovating. Maybe you're dealing with a big mess because everything's torn up. That would be likely with Mars conjunct Rahu in your 4th house. Now, if your mother's still alive, be aware she's more accident prone or things could go wrong in her life. Just be open and aware of that. So you might be really wanting to move. That could be the issue, and something kind of hits you strong this month that says, now's the time to start looking, or that it happens. But I'm looking at April, and now in April, Mars, Saturn, and Mercury all come together. And this is going to be in your 5th house. And Mars, Saturn can definitely mean some kind of delays or setbacks or problems. This could deal with children if you have children. So be aware that they may need your help the month of April. Another thing is, I wouldn't suggest that you do any investing this month, because Saturn Mars could mean you could make a bad choice, or that things could come to a halt or an end, or it's just not a go. It's not something to go with. But your creative ability, with Saturn being with Mercury, you could be really focused in terms of writing, getting information out, writing a book. But there's some kind of backups or setbacks that you gotta be patient with. You gotta be patient. So that's the month of April. Now coming to May, towards the end of May, we are looking at this beautiful Saraswati Yoga in Gemini, which it means it's in your 8th house. And this can mean some major money can come to you through other people, and or some great realizations through some deep research you've been working at. This is important. I love this for you. And I want to say some new ideas about how to make money too could come. Now, starting June 1st through October 31st, Jupiter's going to be in Cancer, and therefore it's going to shift into your 9th house. This is the house of luck and blessings. You're going to love this. This is like where things get to move forward and you feel lucky. You'll be traveling during these times, especially probably the end of June, early July, because this is where the Saraswati, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter all align in your 9th house of travel, information, learning, higher education. All these things will open up for you. But most of all, I think you're going to travel. And that's going to be where you learn a lot as well. So in the 9th house, that is also the house of father. And you might find that you're connected more with your father if he's still around. May even go visit him, travel to see him. But another thing is, it is the house of teachers. Maybe you're going to begin to teach. If you're a teacher, things are going to open up beautifully for you in alignment of your teaching skills and or learning and finding the right teacher. So August puts a little snare, a little difficulty in the area of your work, because we're going to have the Sun Ketu in your 10th house. And this could actually mean something could happen to your boss, or that something happens with the company you work with. It's just a temporarily difficult thing with your career. Now, the eclipse is going to actually be happening in your 9th house. And that means everything changes for your belief systems. What you truly believe in is shifting and changing, maybe because of an event that happens in August. But eclipses are where the biggest changes will happen. And this could even affect your father in a certain degree if he's still around. But the way you believe spiritually, everything to do with your belief systems are going through a major shift in transformation. Now let's go to November, because November is going to be where Ketu, Mars, and Jupiter shift into your 10th house. Yes, and that's going to be, that is a big change for you in terms of your work. Yes. Everything opens up, and I think this is a major opportunity, because even though Mars Ketu, it means change, and Jupiter means an opportune change. So even if it looks like a bad thing to you about your work changing, it's actually a good thing. You know that saying, it's a blessing in disguise? Well, that's what I think it is. Because Mars is very ambitious, and in Leo, in your 10th house, this is a critical, massive change for you career-wise, and it will produce good in the long run. So Jupiter will be there around the end of November, or middle of November, excuse me, till around the 3rd week of January. This is major shifts and changes for your work, and it's good. It's really exciting and good. And whatever transpires during that time will pick up again halfway through 2027, and you will be doing what you started by the second half of 2027. Now, December. Well, I'm really looking at the end of November, beginning the end of November through December, and for the next 18 months. So starting November, Rahu and Ketu will change signs. Rahu will go into Capricorn and Ketu will go into Cancer. They will be there for a year and a half, and this will create another whole change for you, for everybody essentially. But Rahu will be going into your 3rd and Ketu into your 9th. And this is all about a new learning, education, and traveling. All of those things are going to open up for you starting the end of 2026 and throughout the entire year of 2027. So with that, I think I'll close. Remember, if you would like more information on me, you can always go to my website. Go to galacticcenter.org. And if you want to learn from me, learn Vedic astrology, go to my university website, universityofvedicastrology.com. Thank you.